In this video, we'll review a sample app demonstrating a connection to Epic on FHIR using the Power Platform and the FHIRlink Dataverse and OpenAI connectors. When we open our sample app, the first thing we'll see is a list of patients sourced from Dataverse. When you select one of the patients, it'll make a call to our Epic on FHIR sandbox endpoint and bring up that patient's details. In the right-hand pane, you'll see the details under Summary for the selected patient. You'll see their demographic information like name, date of birth, age, and gender. You'll see medications and a list of available allergies. Using the FHIRlink connector, we can include records that are related to a patient and not just the patient resource itself. For example, we see patient encounters, allergies, medication report, and diagnostic report. Changing the selected patient highlights the variety of data you might get back with each patient in your system. In the example below with diagnostic reports, you can see that there's a lot of information, and you can format this to whatever your requirements demand. In our sample application here, we've displayed the information for diagnostic reports as a bulleted list, but because you have access to the underlying FHIR data being returned by the Epic call, you can display this however you please. We've also displayed encounters on the right-hand side in a list for them to review as well. In our sample app, we've already seen the Dataverse connector bring up a list of patients and FHIRlink go out and retrieve data from the Epic on FHIR endpoint. We can also leverage our Azure OpenAI connector to process some of the data and make it more human readable. In this example, we have a very simple prompt that says, "Tell me about this patient." Behind the scenes, what we're doing is we're taking the patient record and we're sending it over to the Azure OpenAI connection, and we're asking it to summarize the data for us in a very human readable format. We can then ask another more targeted question about the list of medications that the patient is on and ask OpenAI to summarize that for us based on the data available.